So much happened, guys. So much happened in this episode. Let's get talking about it. Hey, everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about The Flash Season 2, Episode 14, Escape from Earth-2. And this is the continuation of the last episode. So much shit went down in this episode, and what do I got to say about it? First of all, we have Zoom going around the entire city looking for Harrison Wells from Earth-2, looking for him any way he can, even by burning the letters like "Bring me Wells" on buildings. It was crazy. This guy is insane, and he's like going to all the cops, giving them the picture of Wells and stuff like that, looking for Wells any way possible. And I gotta say, man, Zoom, like, if we thought he was creepy before, this is probably the creepiest Zoom has been in the series so far. He gave me a little bit of chills going on. Specifically in that scene where he was beating up Barry in the prison. I thought that was actually pretty intense. And I was like thinking to myself, are kids going to be able to handle this? Because kids watch The Flash too. And I'm telling you, it was a little intense this episode with the Zoom. But not to worry, because we have Cisco and Wells getting help from not only Iris, but also the Barry that they captured from Earth-2, the more nerdy Barry. And I gotta say, I really like nerdy Barry. I thought he was an interesting take on the character, on the Barry Allen character. This is a Barry Allen that hasn't been infected by the Reverse Flash. His mother wasn't killed, and so it makes you wonder, well, okay, so that's why he's all nerdy and nice. He had a caring parents that clearly raised him properly. I still think that there is a chance that Zoom can be Henry Wells, but I have another theory. If you watched it, go back and look for my last video that I posted up. I posted up an interesting theory. I don't know how much I believe it, but it's an interesting theory that I thought of that could be fun to think about. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Wells' identity in this episode, so I was actually kind of disappointed because I thought I saw in the preview that there was going to be a scene where he lifts off his mask, but it looks like we didn't get that. But not only are we going to be wondering who Zoom is this entire time, which I thought that we're going to reveal it here, it looks like we're also going to be wondering now who is the man in the iron mask. And I have one idea on who that could be. Two ideas. The first idea I think of the guy in the iron mask, I think that could either be Wally West from Earth-2, because Wally West and Henry Allen are the only two characters we haven't really seen or heard of in this, connected to the Team Flash currently, that we haven't heard or seen of yet. And I think it is possible that could be Wally West of Earth-2. But then I noticed you saw a little bit of his hair on the back of his mask, and it was a little bit blonde. And then it got me thinking, what if that's Eddie? I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if Eddie was under that mask? In the last time we saw Eddie from Earth-1, his body was swooped up in a vortex. And who knows where that vortex left? Who knows where it went? And I'm not saying it could be the Eddie that we knew, but maybe it is Eddie of Earth-2. We don't even know where Eddie of Earth-2 is. Which also brings me to, what if Eddie from Earth-2 is Zoom? I mean, there's so many possibilities on who now the man in the iron mask can be, or who Zoom could be. Now, I don't think Eddie is the guy in the iron mask, although that is a possibility as well. I was going to say Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. We also have Jay and Caitlin still working on this velocity formula, and they actually come up with Velocity 9, which actually starts to cure Jay a little bit. So it looks like Jay's whole thing is starting to look a little bit on the good side until the very end of the episode, where I knew it was coming because the portal wasn't closing, and I kept thinking to myself, Zoom is going to come out of there and do something bad to Jay. And what happens? What happens? Zoom comes and it looks like he might have killed Jay. I don't think Jay is killed, and I hope not, because I wanted to see Jay and I wanted to see Barry fighting together side by side like true Flash fashion, you know? I feel like we haven't gotten that yet, and I'd be really pissed off if they killed Jay, because we haven't gotten Jay to his full potential yet. And now we have Wally here in the show as well. I mean, come on. You can't cheat on us on this. We need our one day we're gonna have a fourth Flash named Bart Allen, and we're gonna have all 4 Flashes. You guys have to give that to us. I want all 4 of those speedsters together on the screen for the first time ever on this show. So Jay better not be dead. That's all I'm going to say. We also got Caitlin Snow in this episode. Or should I say Killer Frost? Of course we got Caitlin Snow. We got Killer Frost in this episode. And, you know, it seems like she's going to team up with Cisco, Wells, and Earth-2, Barry, and Iris. And at first it seems everything's going well, you know, especially when they get to the prison to release Barry and Wells' daughter. And unfortunately, we find out, no, she's still working for Zoom. And then she switches again right at the last minute and decides to help them before Zoom kills Wells' daughter. And okay, I guess. I like Killer Frost. I think the actress plays Killer Frost really good. I really like her in that role. It's really great that she finally got to play this role. I don't know about the switcheroo thing. Like, she switched, like, okay, first she was bad, then she was good. Then she was bad again for a split second, and then she was good again. It's like, come on, guys, how many times can you do this? I don't know. That kind of bugged me a little bit. I also didn't care much for the Geomancer storyline. I didn't think too much of it last week. I thought it was okay last week, but I guess looking at the overall Geomancer thing, it kind of, like, that was the lame part of the episode, I guess. I didn't hate it or anything. I just felt the Geomancer was kind of corny at times. Like, there was that one part where he was on the television and, like, what do you do? Get a news crew to, like, hey, can you guys film me for a second? I gotta make a little announcement on television. It was like they were filming him. Okay, go ahead, man. Action. So that kind of made me laugh a little bit, even though it unintentional, I guess. I also don't like that this, you know, Iris's new boss is already, like, saying the Flash just quit saving people in Central City. It's like, man, the Flash has only been gone, 2 days, and you guys are already, like, giving up on him? Like, come on, man, give the guy a break. For all you, the Flash probably gets a cold too. You guys got to give the poor guy a chance. So, you know, wrapping this up, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. I still think this is actually one of the better episodes this season. A lot of fun, once again, much more intense than the last episode, where the first part was more fun. This one felt like this is where the juicier, darker stuff gets to happen and play out. And now it gives us more to think about, you know? This episode's not only still making us wonder who Zoom is under the mask, who I thought we were going to get to know, but now we have to wonder who the guy in the Iron Mask is, and now we have to wonder if Jay is alright. I think the Jay question they'll answer a little bit sooner rather than later. It makes me wonder, though, how long are they going to drag out Zoom's name and the guy in the Iron Mask's name? Like I said, if I had to guess Zoom, I'm still going with my gut feeling saying it's Henry Allen, even though I would love for it to be Oliver Queen of Earth-2. I know that's probably not going to happen. Go check out my last video, like I said. That's my theory that I'm going on right now. I think it would be a really cool theory if they actually pulled that from under us. That would be like the most mind-blowing twist ever. Like, no one would have seen that coming. Like, what? Oliver Queen, Earth-2, still alive? Anyways, go watch that video. You'll understand what I'm saying. And then in the Iron Mask, I'm going to guess it's either Wally West of Earth-2 or Eddie from either Earth-1 or 2. That's my guess. And the reason why I think they're not showing who he is under the mask yet is because I believe last I heard the actor who's playing Eddie, who played Eddie, is on another show right now. But if they can get him towards the end of the season, that would be much more easier to hide the illusion that maybe he wasn't in this episode, the actor, but he'll be in the next episode that we see him in, and maybe if it's filmed towards the end of the season. I don't know. That's just a hunch on my part. So don't take that as fact. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Who do you think is under the Iron Mask? Who do you think is Zoom? Do you still think it's Henry Wells, etc., or do you think it's somebody else? And I'm ending it here. Did I rate it 9 out of 10? And subscribe to my video, like this video, and follow me on Twitter at iCrazyDavy. And I don't know, until next week, guys. King Shark is back. What? And Diggle is actually coming back next week. I thought originally Diggle was the guy behind the Iron Mask last week. I remember saying that. But I was clearly wrong on that. I don't know, maybe. And until next time, guys, take care.